A final message. Mom, I'm sorry. I can't breathe anymore. That last text sank into silence before all signals from inside the container vanished. And when police finally opened the steel doors in Essex, England, they faced a scene no one could ever forget: 39 Vietnamese people lying lifeless, crammed together in the freezing dark. This was not an accident. This was a tragedy of migration, where dreams of a better life turned into a collective death. In central Vietnam, in Nghe An Ha Tin, Quang Binh villages marked by poverty and worn-out rooftops, people dreamed of Europe. They heard stories about the promised land jobs in nail salons, restaurants, factories, where 1 month's pay could equal an entire year's earnings back home. Enough to repay debts, enough to build a house, enough to give their children a better future. But to get there, families mortgaged everything. No official flights, no visas, only smugglers' promises. You'll arrive safely. October 2019. 39 people, men, women, even teenagers, stepped into a refrigerated container in Zeebrugge, Belgium. They didn't know the place where they sat waiting for their future was in fact a steel coffin. The container rolled into the night toward England. At first, there was hope, but soon the air thinned. The temperature dropped. Breaths became frantic. Cries and screams echoed in the dark. Fists pounded the walls. Final texts were sent home. Mom, I can't breathe. Forgive me, Dad. And Mom. And then silence. Outside, the truck kept moving. The driver never stopped, whether he knew or didn't want to know what was happening inside. When the doors finally opened in Essex, it was too late. 39 bodies stacked frozen, trapped in the narrow space. A tragedy that shook the world. Headlines flooded international media. 39 found dead in container in the UK, all Vietnamese. But behind the number, there were 39 lives. A 5-year-old boy who never grew up. A mother who left behind 2 small children. A father who borrowed hundreds of millions of dong, hoping to change his family's fate, only to return in a coffin. Back home in Vietnam, grief consumed entire villages. Newly built altars, portraits of young men and women who never had the chance to live their dreams. Mothers collapsed beside zinc coffins, their eyes empty. Fathers stood in silence, holding back tears, hearts shattered beyond repair. At the airport, coffins lined up in rows, draped in sorrow, flown thousands of miles home. It was a national mourning, proof of how far the poor are willing to gamble their lives just for a chance to live better. Meanwhile, in the UK, a massive investigation unfolded. The smuggling network was exposed. Truck drivers, organizers, the men behind this international chain of human trafficking were brought to trial. The Essex court delivered harsh sentences. Some were condemned to life in prison. Yet no sentence could erase the pain of 39 families. It was too late. Because even as those coffins returned, other trucks, other boats, other hidden journeys were still happening. People continued to gamble their lives, chasing a dream they believed was worth dying for. The Essex tragedy is not just about 39 victims. It is a mirror reflecting the world we live in, where inequality, poverty, and the hunger for opportunity drive people into choices with no way back. And the question still echoes across continents. How many more will board journeys with no return? And when will this world finally give them a place where they don't have to die just to breathe?